Today we're going to talk about what are the expenses if you want to buy property here in Colombia. Welcome to How to Expat. My name is Sam and I'm here with Juan Camilo, which is a real estate agent here in Medellin, Colombia. And yeah, Medellin or Colombia in general is a different country, so things work a little bit different. And we today going to talk about what are the expenses you have if you want to buy property here in Colombia. So yeah, you want to start with that?
Yeah, perfect. So let's go to the point. Actually, when you buy a property in Colombia, there is expenses for the buyers. Okay, usually in general terms are 1.65% of the purchase price. Yep. I gotta tell you something. The exact amount that you will pay as an expense as a buyer, you only gonna know that right at the moment you're signing the titles. So it's only that you will know there, because the total amount will be calculated based on the numbers of sheets the notary is printing. Yeah. So it is a rate per sheet, so it will be changing between, let's say 1.5 till 1.8, but it will
percent or
percent of the total amount. Yeah. So I know I have a lot of experience working with foreigners, so it's a nightmare when I cannot tell them an exact amount a couple of hours before we're gonna sign the document. Yeah. So yeah, but this is the way we do things here, and that's why sometimes it's easier. Yeah.
So it's, I think, important that you have a trustworthy real estate agent that doesn't put some, additional cost that doesn't need to be there and things. Yeah, that's just the thing in Colombia. You have to work with people you trust, otherwise it's going to be a nightmare. So yeah. Right.
So this 1.65% is it's basically the registry, which is responsible of this the buyer. And it's just because it's the most important part of the process, because it's when the titles goes to the government and they register on your name. So it's not just signing the title, okay? So it will take, after you sign the title, it will take 3 weeks, more or less 1 month, to get them back when they got registered there, okay? So then there is 1%, and the 65% is split between, there is a tax involved. We call it rentas, and it goes to the state of Antioquia, and that one is shared between the seller and the buyer. Okay, and the other one is the notary fees, which is also shared. So in total, with the 50% of the rentas tax and the notary's fees and the registry is 1.65%.
Okay. So this is the total, kind of the 1.65, or it's between 1.5 and 1.8, which is kind of the cost.
Aside or plus that is the legal fees with the lawyer and the brokerage opening account. So there are an extra fees that are not included in 165%. That one is just for the purchase process.
Okay. And how much is that usually? It's another 1%, or it's very very low?
It will be changed because it will depend on the lawyer and the company you pick, according to the funds you're gonna bring and the negotiation you make. But I cannot give you an exact.
$500.
I would say if you want to budget, so I would say like with an extra couple of $1,000, just to be prepared.
Okay. What are usually the property taxes here in Colombia? Because they're quite low, right?
Yes.
Compared to the US.
So once you buy the property, so you have to pay property tax every year. They bill it 4 times a year, every quarter, but you can pay at once whenever you want. Yeah. Okay. So the property tax will depend on the location of the property, and will start complicated because we're gonna start about the stratas and all of these things that may complicate the real estate things to understand. But it's so cheap. So I'm gonna tell you the more expensive property in Colombia, or one fancy property in Poblado, could pay, let's say, maybe $3,000 a year. Yeah. So it's not crazy. Yeah. It's not that much. Yeah.
And then the HOA, usually it's around $100 to $300, right, per month?
I would say like it could be $1 per square meter. Yeah. If so, there is
crazy.
almost nothing, and
Yeah.
it will be included depending of the building,
Yeah.
the maintenance of the pool, gardening, security, elevators, and cleaning of the social areas.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Is there anything you want to add?
No, come over, visit, contact us, and I'll be standing by for you.
Perfect. Yeah, Juan Camilo works with foreigners, so he knows what people from especially North America like, and how to kind of translate the cultures of buying here. So if you want to contact him, send us an email to the email address down in the description below. And yeah, we're looking forward to your email.